Welcome back, everybody, to the Chris Salcedo Show. Papa John's founder, John Schnatter, is out with a new op-ed, Like a Boss, how Trump is transforming the presidency by leading like a CEO. In it, he writes, politicians love to talk about running the government like a business, but President Donald Trump is arguably the only person who has ever approached the presidency with a true CEO mentality. Unlike previous presidents, many of whom have promised transformational change only to settle for softening some of the rough edges of the status quo, Trump has made clear that almost everything is on the table. Indeed. Joining me now is the founder of Papa John's, John Schnatter, plus financial expert and author of Be Smart, Pay Zero Taxes, Mark Quann. Gentlemen, welcome to you both. John, you say as someone who has orchestrated numerous turnarounds, you believe that President Trump is going to succeed in transforming our government. Explain.
Well, Trump understands how to run a business and understands accountability. And in a business, arithmetic's not an opinion. You have to understand common sense. You got to be a street fighter, and you got to recognize good human nature and bad human nature. And when people are not accountable, i.e. you've got millions of people on Social Security that are not alive, and you have government employees who don't have to show up for work, you don't have accountability, thus you have waste, you have the printing of money, and you have inflation, and it hurts the middle class.
Mark, President Trump has signaled plans for reciprocal tariffs starting on April 2nd. There's a lot of fear-mongering going on from left-wingers and some traditional Republicans, but his goal is pretty clear to me: drop all trade barriers or finance our government with money from stubborn countries that refuse to do so. What is your take on if his plan will succeed?
It's going to work. It is already working as we speak. I mean, Trump was talking in 1988 how Japan and China were stealing from America. Tariffs do one thing. It forces manufacturers to produce things in the United States. That's running it like a business. It's going to bring jobs to America, income to America, and it's already working. And he hasn't even been here, 46 days? So it's crazy. Trump is incredibly effective at it.
Indeed. Hey, John, you were one of the original victims of cancel culture. Now that you've come out the other side of this, it appears that cancel culture is about to be canceled itself. What is your take on all that?
Well, I'm forever have to honor and respect and admire what Trump has done for the entrepreneur that has a voice as a conservative. He's given me my freedom of speech back. He's given my liberty back. And I'm indebted for the rest of my life because now I can go out and speak my mind, of course, in a constructive way. And I can live my life without the fear of retaliation from the government. He weaponized the government and they weaponized the media. And when you're conservative and you have notoriety and influence, you get attacked.
Indeed, it's true. And President Trump has gone a long way into restoring, and he said it in his speech of the night, bringing back free speech the Democrats have threatened to steal from all of us. Yesterday, President Trump also signed an order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. White House AI and crypto czar David Sacks says the reserve is like a digital Fort Knox. Mark, how is this going to change up the landscape of America's financial system, having this cryptocurrency as part of the equation?
I've always been a huge fan of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You know, we can't run a country. You couldn't run a business going $1 trillion in debt every 100 days. You're eventually going to go bankrupt, and the United States was on the verge of bankruptcy. See, if they're going to print the U.S. dollar like toilet paper, and it does print like toilet paper, it's always going to go down in value. You need something with limited supply to hold it up. So, I mean, the plan is to buy $1 billion Bitcoin. The Bitcoin will go up in value, the U.S. dollar. You can actually pay off your debt with Bitcoin because the U.S. dollar is falling. It's a genius plan, and I love it.
Yeah, well, and also it has the virtue of being outside of the Federal Reserve, which, to all of you out there, I know it's called the Federal Reserve, but it is not an American entity. It is worldwide, and a lot of people, like your liberty-loving Latino, I'm very suspect of this thing. John Schnatter and Mark Quann, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate the time and the analysis. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.